have to wear the makeup every day. But we're just gonna get started with the Urban Decay Rebound Collagen-Infused Complexion Prep Priming Spray. And there's no claims about pore filling. It's just moisturizes and tightens skin. So it says 8 to 10 inches away, but okay, that's a very strong mister. You know, it just kind of smells like the other Urban Decay primers, but it has a mister of, yeah, it has a stronger mister than the MAC Fix Plus. Can I buff this into my skin with a blender? Can also be used to refresh skin or at night before your treatment. Okay. Well. Go ahead. Come on. We're just gonna. My skin looks a bit dewy. I don't know how that's gonna hold up because I have oily skin and I have a hydrating foundation. So we're gonna make this work. Supposedly this is a foundation brush. It smells like a new car still. I'm not sure if I will end up using it as a foundation brush or if I'll use this for contour. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna use that for contour. Skin is tacky. It doesn't feel tight, but we're gonna go in with the Tarte Shape Tape hydrating. Oh yeah. Mama's gonna be a bit pale today. And I have an itch. I'm gonna use the mirror from the face palette to blend this out because it's a giant ass mirror. I have an itch. Can anybody else tell that I'm kind of dead inside right now? Foundation's on. I look dewy as hell, but we're going to move on to concealer, which is a Too Faced Born This Way. This has hyaluronic acid, not collagen. Just a reminder. I'm just going to look like Casper the Friendly Frickin' Ghost. The Better Than Sex mascara is our poison today, and we're just going to go ahead and throw that on. Put on the Too Faced lip injection. By the way, both of these products have collagen infused into them, not hyaluronic acid. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the contour palette because I want to give this time to do its little plumping thing. I don't know how intense it's going to be, which is another reason why. This is literally just a clear gloss. So I'm going to be having clear glosses on, a clear gloss on for a month. I just realized I haven't brushed my teeth today. Whoa. I wouldn't say it hurts. I would say more along the lines of when you eat spicy food and it gets like on the edge of your mouth. We'll check back in a minute. Face. What's this supposed to be for? Blush. Okay, we'll keep you for blush. I don't like the way my lips look right now. They're definitely bigger, but they kind of hurt. It kind of feels like it just got... I get the name now. Wow, I'm not smart today. I'm going to apply lower lash mascara and then go brush my teeth very quickly and be right back. Okay, so I didn't pat my mouth dry because I normally do, and I knew I had the lip gloss on. So I'm just going to set my face, fan myself, let me see. Yeah, with the compact, and then it smells so good. Y'all, if you don't like Fix Plus, maybe it's the smell, try a different scent. Okay, thanks, James. So, let's take a close-up look, shall we? I'm covered in powder for starts. Okay, I got some mascara under my eye. The highlight's definitely there, but coming in a bit closer, you have absolutely no coverage right there. But I'm not going to knock anything on the amount of coverage it has right now, because last night I actually filmed an SFX tutorial, and this entire portion of my face was painted black and had blood all over it. You probably already know what I'm talking about, because I think by the time I post this, that video will already be up. But anyway. So yeah, not knocking anything in coverage. Mascara, I would say it's pretty good. It's not rivaling my favorite mascara, which is the Stila Big Huge Extreme Lash, but I'm going pretty natural with the mascara today. My lips look huge, but if we look closely around my mouth, I definitely put foundation there. That's from the blood. This foundation doesn't cover much of anything. Not from what I can see. I have had these braids in my hair for who knows how long. I don't know what I'm going to take. I like the eyeshadow though. It's a very nice natural look. You know what I think it is? I think because I normally get some pretty decent coverage out of this foundation. But like I said, I'm not going to knock it. If it's not the SFX tutorial I just filmed, then I think it's the primer, which I don't think did much of anything. My skin doesn't feel tighter. Not that I know of right now. I don't see a difference. Maybe after I watch the footage, I'll insert here if I noticed anything. But I don't know. I feel kind of average. I just feel like I have average makeup on. If my skin looks really good by the end of this week, and I already see a difference before the end of the month, then I'll be impressed. But right now, this is a nice little compact. This blush is too shimmery. Yeah. This blush is way too shimmery, but I can't tell. You can't see on camera. It's also very pigmented, surprisingly. I'm hoping it dies down by the end of the day. And when you hope that your blush will fade is when you have a problem. But, we'll see. I'll check in with you. So I haven't touched up on my makeup. And I'm not as oily as I thought I would be. Definitely have a bit of oil. Not a lot of coverage, but I'm gonna take a shower. Okay, so I took the makeup off, and as you can already see, this is a pimple. Over here we have some raised scars. This is a pimple. It's actually kind of like a cyst. This is a pimple. This is a pimple. This is a pimple. And all of these are under the skin. So I don't know if this is because I ran out of my serum, if it's because I need to change my face wash, which I'm going to have to because I'm out of it entirely, or if this is because of the collagen experiment. This one I have to pop. It's bothering me so much, and same with this one. So I will keep you updated on the rest of them if they ever form heads. If they do, then I don't know. All I know is that I'm breaking out more than usual. So I just finished my skincare and my skin doesn't look better, but it is actually better. The breakouts that were here have gone. The only two breakouts are this one and this one. The rest is kind of just scarring, and this one's actually becoming just a scar. So I think, despite the fact that the breakouts are going away, I still think I'm gonna change the foundation after tomorrow because it just doesn't hold up well. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe it's the foundation, maybe it's primer. Hopefully changing the foundation to the Too Faced Born This Way, which has hyaluronic acid in the formula, will make a difference. I also got samples of 2 different products. One's a foundation, one's a primer, so we could see if it was the primer that was the problem or if it's the foundation or whatever it is. Okay, it is the end of week 1 and I've had this makeup on for 8 hours and I'm right next to the window so you can see everything. It's not covering any of these new breakouts, and I still am breaking out more over here. So something is making me break out. I don't know if it's because I'm wearing the makeup every day or if it's because a product inside of it is messing up my skin, but I used to wear makeup every single day consistently. Maybe it's because I took a break, I don't know. That's the mascara. I waited too long. The eyebrows, we can't comment on. Lashes, they just keep dying down, honestly. I love the foundation. It's just the mix with this primer and the foundation makes me an oil slick. Can you see that? It makes me super greasy. See, you can definitely see that. It came off. I'm just overly greasy, and that's probably because I have oily skin and I'm using hydrating products. But the bronzer, blush, and highlight is very nice. I can definitely see myself using that after this experiment is done. It's a great little compact with amazing mirror. The mascara I already use every day. The Too Faced lip injection I don't really like. It burns a bit like spicy food, and then it does nothing. It looks nice for 15 minutes and then it stops. I like the feel of the primer. I don't think my skin looks tighter. It definitely feels tighter though. Has a nice little bounce. But other than that, everything else I'm still kind of iffy on. If I didn't already own it, I'm iffy on it. If I already owned it, I knew I liked it, probably in combination with other things. The powder is not doing anything. I'm oily everywhere. And I set my face. So here's to hoping my skin clears up and it's not the products. So this is the only day I'm not going to go the full day wearing the makeup because A, I was at the beach, and 2, I have 2 styes. I don't know if that's because of the makeup, but I might take tomorrow off wearing the makeup as well, depending on if A, I'm sunburned, and B, how bad these get. I'm gonna put some ice and hot water. I'm gonna put some ice and a heating pad on them because those are the 2 things that are supposed to help. Nobody really knows. I'm also gonna eat something now, so I will check in with you guys later. Good morning. It is the 3rd day of week 2. And I'm not wearing makeup today because right here, I have a sty. I can't, oh, there you go. You can kind of see it. It's right over here. And on this side, it's right here on my inner tear duct. It hurts so bad. This one is kind of gone now because yesterday I did a cold compress. But this one, you can already see my bottom lid is so much more swollen. So I'm not wearing makeup today just so I don't get a eye infection. A stye, if you didn't know, it's a bacterial infection when you don't remove the eye makeup properly, or if you don't clean your eyes properly. It's a mess. So I'm just not gonna wear makeup today. I'll put it on tomorrow. But skin update. It is the last day of week 3, and I think I finally figured out how to wear the makeup without it looking cakey and gross and just bad in general. You put a thin layer of the Shape Tape with the primer just sprayed all over the face, and then you powder that shit immediately.
How thin?
Just like one dip of the applicator, and then just like slather that over one cheek, and then do another dip, and then other cheek, and then another dip, the forehead, the nose, the chin, like.
So thin.
My dad's with me, we have to go get something. But the skin situation's getting a little better. This side where I have that breakout is it's getting a little better, but it's still not going away. I have more pigmentation there now. I don't know why. The second I get acne, I start getting acne scars. It's weird. Forehead, I have a little pimply here that's not going to get covered up. These have been there. I can't see on this side because of reflections, but I know that there's like a giant patch of pigmentation here. There's a pimple trying to form over here and one trying to form on my forehead. But other than that, I really am enjoying the A Cosmetics palette. I don't know why. I don't normally wear blush that has shimmer in it or any kind of highlight that's kind of subtle, but I really like it for a more natural day. That's kind of what I went for today. And I've been doing the blush all over this region here. So I don't know, maybe this last week won't be miserable. I'm hoping not, because I've been miserable the last few weeks. Dad?
Yeah.
So I came out with friends tonight, and Nicole, what do you think of my makeup?
It looks bomb as fuck.
Okay, but like actually criticize it.
Like actually criticize it?
Ignore the makeup. Focus on the eye makeup. I mean the face makeup.
Face makeup.
Yes.
I'm bad at face makeup, but yours looks nice.
It looks nice.
I'm bad at makeup. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm bad at makeup.
Your makeup actually looks really nice. I just wish you were wearing falsies.
Yeah, I've never actually worn them before.
That's not that bad actually. I didn't start wearing falsies until like last year. Like school year.
Oh, look, like we're opposite colors.
You mean white as fuck?
I made her hair.
Oh wait, so I'm water and you're fire?
Yes.
Oh, my lipstick kind of looks pukey green right now. Matches my shirt a little bit.
It does. I'm not wearing any. Even though it performed. Probably should have worn it.
Good morning. It is actually the afternoon. And it is during week 4. I think today's Wednesday. Halfway through week 4. My skin looks pretty damn good. I'm going to put on the makeup actually later because I just went to the pool and I have sunscreen all over my face and I have another thing to do. So I will be wearing makeup today. But why do my eyelashes look like that? This eye has been bothering me all day. My skin looks really good. I mean, obviously it's red over here. I have my freckles showing like crazy. But the only thing that's even remotely a breakout is right here. And I don't see or feel anything more up. So I'm really, really happy with my skin. Today at least. But I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to feel about it when I see the before picture and the after picture. So I'll let you guys know. Hi. What do you think of my makeup? Despite the fact that I just tried on stuff in Morphe.
She looks pretty no matter what, but you know what?
You suck.
No, she looks really, she looks beautiful. I'm telling you.
It's day 1 of week 4. And
Day 1 of week 4? What?
you'll understand later. I just put on more blush because that blush doesn't last very long. And I put on Skin Tight from Jeffree Star because we went into the Morphe store. because I'm terrible like that.
Yep.
But foundation's pretty good.
It is. I really like the highlight though.
I know, right? Ice cold, Jeffree Star.
The highlight's great.
I need to get this highlight.
You do.
That's it, I'm done. No other highlights in my life. What is this dry? It's the last day of the month of collagen-infused makeup. I'm so glad it's over. So I have pimples. It happens. You know, I'm a teenager, I'm a female, so when it comes to that time of the month, it's gonna happen anyway. There's a few products that I will be going back to constantly loving. One of them is the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation. I'm actually wearing it today. I just went through last night and changed out all my makeup for what I'll be wearing for the week. And that is the only item that I'm keeping on because I think it's the only foundation that matches me, but also because I love the way it looks. Another product that I knew I bought full size for a reason, the Too Faced powder. It's great. The only thing about it is that it does leave a bit of a cast on my skin because I am a bit lighter, so it makes my under eyes look a little bit darker. So if you're gonna bake with this, make sure you're darker than Swan in the Too Faced foundations. A product that I have to be very careful with when I use is the Too Faced Better Than Sex. If you don't bake, it's going to smudge. That's a problem I had. Another Too Faced product. Can you see there's a lot of Too Faced? The Born This Way concealer is just kind of meh for me. I mean, I bought it because everybody was saying like it was amazing, like it's the Too Faced foundation. I actually had to get rid of the Too Faced foundation because it's not my skin color and it's never going to be because I'm not that yellow. I don't know why I have it that yellow, but this just doesn't give me enough coverage. I'll wear it on my natural days, but other than that, I'm probably not going to reach for it. A surprising hit for me is this IT Cosmetics palette. I'm shocked. I honestly thought that I was going to hate it after the first day, but I actually really, really love it. The highlight is amazing. This is the highlight. It's called Live, I guess. The blush does have shimmer in it, I will warn you, but I love the way it shows up on my cheeks. And the bronzer is very subtle. You have to dig into it to get any amount of pigment. I will say that. But when you look at the letters compared on all the pans, this one barely touched. It looks like it's barely been touched. And I think that's absolutely amazing. Plus you get a generous mirror. I will definitely be reaching for this, especially when I travel. Another product that I've already used, I've already loved, actually two of them. The Benefit Goof Proof Pencil and the 24-Hour Brow Setter. These don't have anything infused in it. I just wore it for the month because I needed something on my brows. Obviously, I love them, you know? The only product that I'm not going to go back to, and I'm just going to use up and just leave it be, is the lip injection from Too Faced. This, I use quite a bit of it, mind you. It's probably down to here. And it's not like that because it was sideways. I don't know what it is with this. It feels like you rub a jalapeno on your mouth and you leave it there for like 5 seconds and then wipe it off. I don't like it. It makes your lips look huge, I'm not gonna lie, but it's not something you should do every day. I don't think so. It made my lips very chapped. I didn't mention that, but my lips felt constantly chapped. It felt very sticky, even when I wasn't wearing the gloss, which I think is a huge problem for me. So that's that. The primer, I'm iffy on. The Urban Decay Rebound, it doesn't fill in pores. It hydrates a lot, but there's, my dad said something about a fish smell, and it has fish proteins in it. It smells a little fishy. The reason I'm iffy on the Rebound is because I felt like all the work that was being done to hold my makeup in place was being done by the powder, by the setting spray, which I ran out of 2 setting sprays through the course of this experiment, which was the MAC Fix Plus in Rose and the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. Those 2 are great. Phenomenal job. Both were hydrating setting sprays, but they still held my makeup in place more than I feel the Rebound did. I think I'll use this for days when I want to do a no makeup, kind of just fresh skincare kind of day, because there's still quite a bit of product in here. But this isn't something I'm going to use underneath my foundation unless I use it underneath, then with a primer, and then with a pore filling primer. So like an extra step. I do want to briefly talk about the tools I used throughout this experiment, because I said I was going to try to keep it as something and then things happened. The foundation sponge I used was the Real Techniques. I mentioned that. And the Morphe Jeffree Star collection came out. So I have a little mini blender that I was using to bake under the eye. I also ended up using the JS4 for highlight and the JS3 for contour, just to add a little bit more pigment in those areas. Oop, don't drop the blushes. Brushes. These brushes from the Sephora collection, I'm not gonna lie to you, are expensive. But I kind of like them. There's nothing in here, in these brushes, that you cannot get with a different brush. I guarantee you. I don't think these brushes are very, very special. They're super soft. Even after I cleaned them, they still smell weird. The only brush I never ended up using was the blending concealer brush. I don't use a brush for my concealer. There's also the pointed concealer brush. I ended up using it for highlight for the nose. The powder brush I used as a powder brush. The blush brush I used as a blush brush. And the foundation brush I used for contour, just because it's very big and flat and I don't use a brush for my foundation anyway. The other brushes I used were a bit of an assortment. I used the Jaclyn Hill collection, the Master Eye collection from Morphe. These were amazing. I started off by using the JH30 for highlight, but it wasn't giving me enough, so I moved on from there. As I started getting a little more creative with the colors, I added in these two brushes. This is a Wet n Wild brush from a limited edition brush set, and this is a Sonia Kashuk brush, also limited edition, and then this one brush that my sister gave me. All in all, I think this experiment went relatively well. My skin doesn't look amazing. It doesn't feel amazing. It's really soft, but I don't know whether to attribute that to the change in products I used for skincare, because I had to change my skincare routine by removing a serum and by changing my cleanser because I ran out. I tried to keep everything as equal as possible. I don't know whether it was because the beach days, I don't really know what's causing the skin to be so soft. I really, really, really wish I could recommend that you guys try this. The only thing I'm going to say is if you see products that you're interested in that happen to have collagen infused into them, buy them. This product I highly, highly, highly recommend. I think it's $38, but you get a massive amount of product. Like, this is the size of my head. Like, do you see that? This is a win, 100%. I highly recommend it. I think it's for everybody. Ladies with darker skin tones, I would be wary. This is one size fits all, supposedly, but we know that's not how life works. The Too Faced Born This Way powder, run and grab. It's great. I love this. I'm probably gonna need to get backups and backups and backups of it. But, you know? And looking at my lap, that's the only thing I really have to comment on. So, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what else you want to see me do. I'm open to any kind of experiment. And subscribe, because next week will be the hair portion, which right before I do that, I'm going to have my friends dye my hair. So, yeah.